So the guest we have today is Mr. Siddharth Singh. He is the director of the Emerald Heights International School. So, how was your journey as a director, and why did you choose to take up the role of the director as in Emerald Heights student?
I think my journey, I would say, is accidental because, I just completed my graduation in US, and then, my mother, who was the founder of the school, she was not well, and that's how I ended up coming back to India and joining the school. And as I started working in the school in the first year, I kind of enjoyed what I was doing, and I think that's how my journey in education started.
Mhm. So, how do you think, like, you had different and multiple options? So, taking up education was one of your accidental things. But after that 1 year, what were a few moments where you felt that, yes, this is for me?
So I think the connect with the students, because when you're not working in the school, um, you don't realize, you look at it from a very external point of view.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who don't know anything about schools, or who look at schools from an outside perspective, they underestimate the feeling that you get when students do well.
Correct.
So I remember my first year, I had just joined, and I started interacting with kids. I started guiding some of them, and I even taught some of them in the evening, because I was a student of economics and business studies. And those students, when they did well in their boards, they called me.
Yeah.
Like, sir, you taught this topic and this question was asked and I answered like this. And and then from then on, I think you realize that, okay, this is something that you're maybe good at. And it gives you a lot of satisfaction as you go along, because obviously you see failures also, but you see a lot of successes, and you feel sad for the failures and you feel happy for the successes, and that's part of it.
Yeah. So coming to a question that's really very important. Sir, I went to 6 different schools, but I did not feel that level of achievement and sense of satisfaction, accomplishment the way I felt in Emerald Heights. So I wanted to know, what are the 5 things you do as a role model for all the students out there, because you were an inspiration for me. You, Buddy Sir, everybody. I saw everyone and I felt an instant source of inspiration. So, what are the top 5 things that you do to keep up with the same thing?
So I think it's more of an approach than point wise describing it. I think one is that we have a lot of opportunity, a lot of facilities for the students, and it's a domino effect, because every child is forced to challenge themselves.
Correct.
See, ultimately, this is the time that you can learn how to challenge yourself. You can learn how to become strong.
Yeah.
You can, and when I say you challenge yourself, that means you challenge yourself from a sporting ability. You challenge yourself from an academic ability. You challenge yourself from exploring ability, from the point, and then, you become resilient, you become strong. And I think that's what inspires, then it becomes a system.
Yeah.
That you are inspired by your seniors, then the other generation is inspired by you.
Correct.
And the kind of achievements, fortunately, we are very fortunate to have very hardworking students, and looking at their achievements, which even impresses me, and I am very happy for them, that some of them are, doing wonderful things, not just in school, but even beyond school.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, every day I'll receive a message from one student for sure, about what they are doing, how they are doing, and they have graduated almost 10 years back. And they'll tell me about this thing, or they'll take advice from me, about what job they should take. This company has offered this company. So what happens is that, not that they have to do this, I am very aware of the fact that they have their own life, they are adults.
Yeah.
They don't need to take my advice for anything, because it's their life, and they have to take their own decisions. But then I see how they were in school and what they are doing beyond that. So school is a stepping stone. It doesn't define who you are going to be, but it's a stepping stone. And if you are able to kind of inspire kids to challenge themselves, that mindset stays with them.
Yeah.
That yes, I'm able to do this, I'll do multiple things at the same time, I'll play sports, do academics, go on an exchange, go for a conference, and still manage everything.
Yeah.
So that mindset, I think, stays with them. And that is the feedback I get from universities also. that your students are multitaskers.
Correct.
That they are able to manage so many things, and I think that's the core of it. That we are able to give that mindset to the kids that you don't have to restrict yourself.
Yeah.
Challenge yourself.
And also the fact when I was in Emerald Heights, I woke up at 3. I slept at 9, correct, every single day. Not even a day spent, not even a day was left when I did not wake up at 3. We woke up at 3, studied, then played sports, did yoga, and was also, preparing for the US. But it never felt exhausting to me. It was always that I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that as well. If I'm not able to do that, let me try that as well. So, it was never something that exhausted me. It was always something that enriched me. So that mindset was also something that I really value a lot. And I never saw the club culture before. I saw the clubs, I saw how everything went, how students were the leaders here. And the way that I started it, when I came back to Dhamtari, I started the same thing in Dhamtari as well. So that was also an inspiring moment for me. So coming on that, when you stepped up as that director, what were core things that you felt should be in the school?
So I think my contribution. So I recently celebrated my 15-year anniversary. The app reminded me that it's been 15 years. Though I don't feel like 15 years. But yeah, so I joined the school 15 years back, and I think in terms of lot of affiliations that the school has today, that's I think my main contribution. Today Emerald Heights is affiliated to some of the top organizations in the world, be it Round Square, G30. We were recently made part of G30, which is a very, very exclusive. You have some of the top schools in the world part of G30. Then we have Round Square, we have GVG, we have Valsa, which is the World Leading Schools Association. So what happens, all these organizations, they are platforms for the kids.
Correct.
To gain exposure, to gain insight, to go for conferences, to go on exchange programs.
Yeah.
And that's the learning. Then second would be IPSC, Indian Public Schools Conference. I think we are one of the, I would say one of the youngest schools. This is part of the Indian Public School Conference, which itself is around 90 years old.
Yeah.
And that gives a lot of a great platform for co-curriculars and sports activities.
Correct.
And a lot of kids get to play, national. And then I think the academics, today Emerald Heights the last 5 years has been producing city toppers and state toppers.
Yeah.
And this year also the average of the batch was 86%. And, the city topper in class 12. So I think, where I come from, I was very aware of that the child has to excel at multiple things.
Correct.
So it's like a structure, academics, sports, co-curriculars, and internationalism. I think, and even the clubs and everything. So that kind of today, the holistic education, when you say these words, holistic education, what does that mean? It means that, the child has access to everything. And the child decides that, okay, maybe I'm okay at academics, but I can be great at sports.
Correct.
Or I can be a great dancer, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I always tell this to kids that, I have a problem if you're not challenging yourself.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem if you're not scoring 90%. That's absolutely okay. Yeah. So I think that's been my main contribution.
So now, top 5 things or top 5 steps. If I want to start a school of my own, so what are the top 5 steps?
So unfortunately in India, the perspective towards private schools is very negative.
Correct.
Somehow. I don't know why. Because people look at private schools as some kind of very good business to be in. But the fact of the matter is that it has a high cost, very high cost, especially today considering the real estate cost in India. There is zero subsidy. So if you may go and make a factory or if you go make a hotel, you have a lot of subsidies available. They will not tax you for some years. They will give you 30% of your investment. If you decide to open a school, there is absolutely no help from any school. Nothing.
Oh my God.
And there is a lot of regulation now on top of that. And it is very funny because India requires a lot of schools.
Correct.
India requires a lot of higher education because we have that kind of young population. And somehow no one is able to see this sector suffer. People think that that everyone is doing great, but then we don't have we don't have the number of good schools that we require
Correct.
across India, and I feel that there is urgent need for innovation and urgent need for government support to the sector. Having said that, I don't think anyone should enter education if they're not passionate about it. First, I would say because it's definitely not a business. It's a social enterprise.
Correct.
I won't say it's a charity also. It's a social enterprise where obviously you make money, people around you make money. But when I say social enterprise, that means the main objective is not profitability.
Correct.
The main objective is, social service, and main objective is social. You are building the social fabric of India.
Yeah.
That means you're educating kids who are capable of doing startups. Today, 3 days back, I was talking to one of the students of 2018-19 batch. She got $10 million funding for a startup.
Oh.
It's a drone, a way of agriculture through drone technology, and she's going for a pre-IPO for 150 crores.
Wow.
So another ex-student was just talking to me. He has 1,000 crore turnover. So today we are building the future of India,
Correct.
and there is absolutely zero credit
Yeah.
to private schools, So that I feel that, plus then, there's a lot of hurdles in terms of affiliation, in terms of getting your permissions and all that, which is fine, which I won't call it's hurdles because some of it is unnecessary, some of it is important, which you have to go through the process. But yeah, I think there is an urgent need to, simplify the process and encourage investment in education, which is not happening as of now.
Also, the fact कि जैसे what I think is because a lot of different schools who are at a very all the reputed schools in India, they charge a really high price. So a lot of students are not able to afford it. But to contrary, Emerald Heights provides everything, but in a very negligible amount. Like for some it may not be negligible, but I think in the amount that we paid, I got everything I could ever get, and not in that terms. So I think managing money and along the way managing social enterprise, as you said, it's both a game that you're playing a really good game. So
I think that's a very good point. It's a very conscious decision that we make. So to put it simply, let's take example of boarding right now, because you are from boarding. A lot of kids are in boarding. We have one of the biggest boarding schools in India with almost 780-800 boarders. Now, a lot of kids who join Emerald Heights maybe are coming from different boarding schools which are part of IPSC, and maybe the fee is double to what they're paying here, and they are shifting here, and a lot of time parents ask me that why is your fees low? Because we saw the school and it is maybe bigger and better than where they were studying.
Yeah.
But why is the fees low? And some people think it's expensive. That I understand that perspective. So I always tell them, because I would like to give opportunity to everyone. That means this school is not only for business families. Because if we go by demand and supply rule, then 1,500 students are taking the test for boarding and we select 250.
Yeah.
There's so many kids who are trying to get in. Right now, as I was coming here, I got 2 messages for admission. Right. At the same time, we are trying to maintain quality. We're trying to give, not continuously increasing our strength.
Yeah.
We are, same goes for day school. There are so many kids who try for admission and very few get in. But we would like to keep the school accessible.
Yeah.
And whatever best we can do, because if we go by the demand and supply concept, I should double my fees.
Correct.
But that doesn't make sense, because then you're alienating a large part of India. And I feel that end of the day, we are here to give opportunity to kids.
Correct.
And opportunity to different strata of the society.
Yeah.
So right now, as we speak, we do have students who are from professional backgrounds. That means their parents are doctors or engineers or this thing. We have a lot of students who are from business background.
Correct.
That means their parents have factories and big enterprises. And we have students who are not from India, they are Indians, but they are from Nepal or other countries. And it's end of the day to give equal opportunity to everybody.
Yeah. So sir, coming to this part, as you said, so when I talk about students' mentality, so what I want to focus on is a lot of schools are trying to make students to obey them, like to obey whoever they are working with, to obey their parents, to obey anybody who's around them. But at Emerald Heights, I feel along with obey, like it's a different term altogether. You respect, but at the same time, you're making decisions for yourself. So, is there was this a conscious decision, or how did you put this into the psychology of the students?
So, see what happens is sometimes. So I consider Emeraldites to be a strict place,
Yeah.
and it's with a reason that, and it's strict in sense that we expect the students to follow rules.
Correct.
And lot of times, lot of ex-students come to me and they say, "Sir, उस time बुरा लगता था, but today we understand because when we go to college, we meet other kids, we are more self-regulated
Correct.
and we are more self-disciplined than compared when they analyze that themselves.
Yeah.
कि अच्छा ये ऐसा कर रहा है, मैं ऐसा नहीं करूँगा." So they say that today, sir, we realize. So what happens is that the idea is that till the time you are, in class 12, you're still a child.
Yeah.
I know students today, 11th, 12th, maybe 9th also, they feel they're, the adults.
Grown.
Yes, they're grown-ups. But I am very sure that they are young adults. That means they still need guidance, they still need structure around them. Then they are hopefully mature enough to make their own decisions. But I think self-discipline is the key. That means how do you make the right decision for yourself when no one's looking?
Yeah.
That means when you're alone
Yeah.
and you have two choices to make. That, okay, I have to study
Yeah.
or I can do this.
Yeah.
And that's when, that our system, our thing, I'm hoping that.
Yeah.
In fact, it was a very interesting, recently we did a kind of for the new grade 11 this year. I did a podcast, not a podcast, like an interview, like a panel discussion with just students who have just graduated from class 12
Okay.
and from boarding, who did really well. That means they scored 98, 97%, they got good placements.
Yeah.
So I thought let them talk to them because coming from us, I maybe think something else. They are the people who have gone through
Yeah.
and they have achieved it. How did they do it?
Yeah.
What was very nice to see and hear is that our perspective as a school and their perspective as a student was exactly the same.
Correct.
So they spoke to the students and they told them exactly the same things that I would have said. That do it like this, do it like that. If you are here, they're like, use your grade 11 to really explore,
Yeah.
take part in MUNs, go for the sports, wake up early. Don't waste your time in talking and gossiping.
Yeah.
And focus yourself. You are here, you won't get this opportunity. And then how they were able to crack the competitive exams, or how one of the students, and she's going to London business school, how she did it, how they one child is going for UPSC,
Yeah.
how she got interest, how she went for MUNs. So it was very heartening to see that kids are doing what we expect them to do
Correct.
and take it in the same way that we expect them to take it in.
Yeah, even you expect them to, not feel burdened by the fact that you are thrown up with a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
They feel the same way you feel.
Yeah.
So I think that's something which is really very important and which is again very rare to see.
Yeah.
Because coming from a background where I've been to 6 different schools, I see students, not bragging about their schools but bitching about their schools. So, and contrary to that, I've always bragged about school. So that was something which was, surprising for me as well. So
I am very aware of the fact that not everyone is having the same experience in school.
okay.
First, I realize that for some kids it's overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
कि इतना competition है, especially kids who come from different places who are maybe the topper of their class at 95, and they come here and they're like they are one of 50.
Yeah. Huh.
And they're like everyone is good. So it sometimes becomes challenging, but that's part of life.
Correct.
That you have to fight that. You have to be resilient about it. And that is what you're training for.
Yeah.
So for some it's very easy. For some it's very difficult. But end of the day, it helps.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you were, where you started, you are going to be above that.
Correct. Yeah. So the next question is, we think, like, this is my perspective, every school creates a different different kinds of students. So one school may have students who are really good at academics. one school creates students who are really good at extracurriculars. One school may have these are something which are above the surface level thing, but some school have values that they wanna make students as honest as possible, or any of the value of that sort. So, what's one motto of Emerald Heights as of now?
See, I think I would like to see the students of MLIs be nation builders. That means they are working for the country. They are humble, which again I feel very happy when teachers of different schools, when they come here for conferences or our students, they go there. And when I meet them, they're like, we met your kids here or we met your kids there. And they always say three things. They're like, they're very humble, they're very polite, and they are very, down to earth and very disciplined.
Yeah.
So I think I love it when they say that. And reason being that means that, they are respectful towards their elders.
Yeah.
They are humble about who they are. Doesn't matter, what kind of background they come from. And they are disciplined, so that means they are self-disciplined. And whenever you have these 3-4 things, that means you're going to do something good in your life. And think about your country. Think about the people, think about the country, end of the day, and contribute into making this nation great. That is what I would like the kids to do.
Yeah. So this is something which I'm very interested to talk to you about. Even that some of these teachers, I don't know if you know this or not, but I think it's something that's common. So there are some teachers, or there might be some teachers who are not good teachers. But why does a school still keeps them? Like why would a school keep them as teachers?
So see, again, it is again, you can say, for perspective. So if they, for example, if I go for an English class or if I go for a maths class, I like the person, you don't like the person. Then for same thing goes for friends.
Yeah.
I am friends with you, I get along with you, you don't get along with your friend.
Yeah.
So where any school is concerned, first, it's very difficult to find, I would say, good teachers. Second, everyone has a different perspective.
Okay.
And that doesn't stop in schools. It goes on to universities, it goes on in life. Sometimes you like your boss,
Yeah.
sometimes you'll not like your boss. That doesn't make the boss
Wrong.
wrong.
Correct.
So what happens is about perspective. So if sometimes you like the owner, we can all talk about Ambani and how they are.
Yeah.
But some people love working for Reliance, some people don't like working for Reliance.
Correct.
And that's okay. That's
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah. Okay. So, just a second. Let's think of two students. Both of them are equally intelligent, but one is emotionally stronger and one is not. What do you think is something that changed between them from the perspective of school?
See, emotional strength. See, I feel that school is not everything.
Yeah,
Right.
correct.
That means school, lot of people, even when I meet parents, they're like, I'm talking about day scholars in this case. They're like, sir, phone use, घर पे phone use करता है. They'll talk to me. And I always wonder that I have absolutely no control over that.
Correct.
Because child's nature is based on how the parents are,
Correct.
what the background of the family is. Moral values come from parents.
Yeah.
We are nobodies, you can say. School runs for what? 220 days in a year. Working days are 220 days in a year for 6 hours.
Yeah.
So average, if you take of 360, you are 3 hours, 2 hours a day the child is in school.
Correct.
So we are a platform. We are not doing everything for the child. We are a platform where the child comes and does things. And where boarding kids are concerned, the system of boarding makes them strong, emotionally strong, because they are missing home.
Yeah.
They are managing their own, you can say, fights with their friends, managing their emotions, learning how to stay in a difficult lifestyle, because it is not a hotel, it's like army training. Why is army training tough? Why does a person, an officer who needs to train, wakes up at 4, 3 o'clock, does lot of physical activity, does lot of training,
Yeah.
and it's difficult.
Yeah.
You know,
Correct.
So why is it difficult? Because that's what makes you strong.
Strong. Yeah.
So today, being emotionally strong, I feel that's what resilience means.
Yeah. Correct.
Resilience is more important than intelligence. I definitely feel that you can be very good at academics, you can be very talented, But if you're not strong,
Mhm.
you will face trouble in life.
Correct.
And you will face trouble in a lot of, again, school is just the first step.
Mhm.
It doesn't define you.
Yeah.
It is not, you can say that if you don't do well in class 12, for example,
Mhm.
it doesn't mean that you're not going to do well.
Correct. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And, and if you do very well in class 12, doesn't mean that you're going to do very well.
Correct.
Goes both ways.
Yeah.
So it is our hope that every child does well.
Mhm.
But end of the day, there are so many other factors. Like you rightly pointed out, emotional strength,
Yeah.
family background, situation, where they get opportunity, luck,
Yeah.
so many things.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you're just unlucky, for example, or you're just very lucky and you get the right opportunity at the right time. So, I think giving the complete credit to any school or blaming
Yeah.
any school,
Yeah.
it doesn't,
Makes sense.
yeah, because even when parents come to me and they're like, sir, school ne kara hai, I always tell them very clearly, I said, school ने तो opportunity दी है, करा तो बच्चे ने है. The child's hard work is there. You have supported the child,
Mhm.
and the child has achieved it,
Mhm.
and we are very proud of it.
Yeah.
But that same opportunity was available to other 200 kids who didn't take it.
Correct. Yeah.
So the child has taken advantage. And sometimes, students who join us in class 11, and like panel discussion I was talking about, this girl from Jodhpur,
Mhm.
she joined in class 11th and she was talking about what all she was able to do
Mhm.
in 1.5 years was even shocking for me.
Correct.
There was absolutely nothing that she didn't do.
Mhm.
She was good in sports, she went for music, she did MUN, she went for a conference, she went for an exchange program. And I was listening to her, I'm like, this is what we want.
Yeah.
That, you kind of, take advantage of the school and achieve what she's like. I came with a mindset, I want to go to UK, I want to do this, and this is how I achieved my goal.
Wow.
So, it was so heartening to see that. And then other students who cracked IPM,
Yeah.
staying in the boarding, they cracked IPM and they are now in the interview round for a lot of IMs.
Mhm.
Another girl is going for UPSC to DU, starting preparing for UPSC.
Mhm.
And it was very nice to get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think at end of the day depends on the child,
Mhm.
depends on the parents, because a lot of motivation and support comes from that.
Yeah.
And the rest is, God's will,
Yeah.
as they say.
Mhm. So, sir, you have two beautiful girls, if I'm right. So, what are 3 things that you make sure you wanna inculcate in them, or what are the 3 things you want them to always have in their routine?
So one is, as parents, what we practice is less screen time.
Mhm.
Because I think that has become a big challenge for students who are staying at home.
Mhm.
And I think that's not a challenge for boarding kids, but
Yeah.
day scholar kids definitely, because boarding kids are very busy.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons that we are seeing the boarders perform better.
Mhm.
The averages are higher. Almost 50% boarding students are scoring up of 90%.
Correct.
And after, not just 90, but they're also national players, or they are
Yeah.
doing everything.
Yeah.
So one of the big reasons, when we analyze, because the school is same,
Yeah.
the after school schedule makes a lot of difference, because you are doing, everything is structured.
Correct.
That means you're playing, you're meeting your friends, you're doing your tuitions, you're doing this night study or comparative exams, you are structured.
Yeah.
Now when you're home, you have your cell phone,
Yeah.
and then you're busy on that, and today with social media and everything, we have no control. So I think the biggest, what I one, two, three things that we do with our own kids, which is again I learned from boarding schedule. I follow boarding schedule for them,
Oh.
though they live at home. But after school, they go for sports, they go for different classes, they have their study time,
Mhm.
and they sleep early.
Mhm.
And they're only allowed to watch TVs on TV screen time on weekend, and cell phone is a no. So we don't allow that. Doesn't mean that they are old enough to, they don't look at reels and all that.
Oh.
No social media, and I would like them not to be on social media in the future also. But let's see. I mean, we cannot control everything, but we are trying our best to make sure that when the child is busy doing something else, that means anything, robotics, sports, dance, music,
Mhm.
then they don't have time for all this.
Correct.
So you have limited time. Make sure your child is busy doing things that add value
Mhm.
instead of just scrolling online endlessly.
Mhm. So firstly, I'm just summing it up. Firstly, no screen time, only TVs on weekends. if that's possible. And secondly, sports.
Sports or co-curriculars.
Or corporate.
Like we do music, we do squash,
Mhm.
we do gymnastics, we do chess.
Mm-hmm. I've seen you all play badminton.
Yes. I also try and play sports myself because when I was growing up, I think I was a national tennis player.
Oh, wow.
And I think that the kind of experiences I have playing tournaments across India
Mm-hmm.
and difficult conditions, we went for nationals, sometimes we didn't take a shower for 4 days because that school, or we slept on the floor in classrooms for CBSE nationals, I remember, and other SGFI nationals. So what happens, those experiences, that time you used to feel very bad, कि कैसा हो गया, ये हो गया. But I think that's what makes you strong. So, little bit of, the founder of NVIDIA said something very nice recently. He's like, they're like, what message do you have for the young people?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have done so well, you're a billionaire. He said that, and he said resilience. He said resilience is very important, you can't run any business. Then there's like that, how do you build resilience? He's like, I wish you pain and suffering. I wish everyone pain and suffering.
Oh.
So, if you are, when you're young,
Mm-hmm.
pain and suffering is not going for outing.
Good.
Pain and suffering is, for example, getting scolded
Yeah.
by teachers or by us or anybody.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Pain and suffering is not a fight with your friend.
Hmm.
Pain and suffering is waking up at 5 o'clock.
Correct.
But that's nothing compared to the pain and suffering you will experience
Hmm.
if you are not strong.
Correct.
So these are all, when you look back at it, you're like, "Arey yaar, I used to think, कि my God, exams aa rahe hain, tension ho rahi hai."
Yeah.
Those those things are nothing compared to life. When you have actual tension,
Yeah.
when you have actual tension of how do I put food on the table for my family, or I'm running a business and there is COVID
Hmm.
and there is no income.
Yeah.
How do I manage?
Yeah.
When 1,000 families depend on you
Mm-hmm. Correct.
for their survival.
Yeah.
So those things you can only manage when you're strong.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in school, if you go through a tough lifestyle, if you are, you play sports, you put that hard work in, you are resilient.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I wish for my kids, that they are strong and they're resilient. Rest is,
Cautious.
God's choice, you can say, rest time will tell.
Yeah. Also, what is your perspective on going out and eating and stuff like that? Because I've never seen and I've never heard you taking your kids out on a random basis, on a regular basis.
So I don't think that, I mean, you can avoid junk food.
Hmm.
See, I'm of the opinion that I'm not saying zero, that's why I never said zero screen time, that
Correct.
dikhao mat.
Yeah.
Everything has to be regulated. So yesterday I was talking to a child, one of our students who is in the US,
Mm-hmm.
and he was discussing about how hard he is working very hard. He's doing very well
Mm-hmm.
in data science, and he's done a club and everything. He's just in the first year,
Mm.
and this is what I told him also. I said it's not a sprint,
Yeah.
it's a marathon.
Yeah.
So don't overwork yourself. Don't be very serious about things.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what you do. So the kids are also concerned. Why do we take boarding kids for outing? So there's nothing wrong in eating McDonald's or Domino's or going out, spending time with your family, taking a vacation. Nothing wrong. You can't eat McDonald's every day. That's a problem.
Yeah.
So same thing with screen. Why young people should not be on social media is because you should not get your level of your, you can say self-worth from social media.
Correct. Yeah.
And once you're mature enough to understand that,
Mm-hmm.
you can be on social media, because then you're busy. So you're not on social media for 8 hours a day.
Correct. Yeah.
And young people, when you're developing, when you're in adolescence age and everything, it affects your mental well-being. Because end of the day, you're constantly getting gratification from reels and this and that.
Yeah.
You are addicted, you can say. And they work on that. They are made to do that.
Correct.
That algorithms, they structure it that way. That's why I'm not saying that adults should not be on it.
Mm.
It helps. Like for example, if I'm there, I follow architects, I get ideas, I follow the schools.
Mhm.
So it is fine. But then what am I doing for 20 minutes, 15 minutes max?
Yeah.
Not more than that. I'm not sitting on it for 8 hours a day. I don't have the time.
Yeah.
But for young people, that's not the case, right? You have the time, you're free, and then you're
Yeah.
on it. So same thing goes for everything else. You can go to restaurants, enjoy yourself, eat junk food, that's fine.
Mhm.
But once in a while, not every day, because then it doesn't affect you, and you're not deprived of it.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh my God, kya hai? You're not never be deprived of it.
Correct. So, is there a moment you wish you had handled differently because of its lasting impact on the students?
Again, see what happens is you in the moment there is no right or wrong decision. I always tell kids also that there is no there are probably many instances like that. Later I feel okay, maybe this was not right, this, but then when you are in the moment, when you're taking a decision, it is always a difficult decision. For example, even when you have to suspend someone or you have to castigate someone,
Yeah.
it's not like we are enjoying that moment.
Correct.
Or even when you have to scold a child. I don't want to scold anyone.
Yeah.
But then that's my job. That end of the day, what you want to achieve is good for the child.
Correct. Yeah.
Why teachers or anybody in the education sector across the world, what do they want? End of the day is for the child to do well. That's it. There's nothing else. There is not even a single educator I know who doesn't want to do that.
Correct.
And if they don't want that, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Now, when you're taking the decision, there is no decision. Some decisions, for example, I always tell the story about this child. So this child was, he's now a big lawyer in Supreme Court.
Okay.
And, doing very well for himself. But he failed in class 9.
Oh.
And he really did pass me, but I did not pass it. And he repeated the class. But because he repeated the class, I think that changes life.
Correct.
So sometimes, that in that moment you feel that this is bad, but that ends up being good for you in the future.
Yeah.
Because then you are not, continued that behavior. You have put a stop to that.
Yeah.
And it's a restart.
Yeah.
So what happens is that when you continuously ignore bad behavior, that was also a problem.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes when you're making that decision, that time you don't understand if it's right or wrong. Situations make it right and wrong, and future makes it right and wrong.
Yeah.
So for some it might be the best decision of their life, for some it might be the worst decision of their life.
Correct.
But in the moment you never know, and we try to make the right decision. By the end of the day, everyone is a human being.
Correct.
I'm sure everyone makes mistakes, and no one is any different.
We have a tongue twister round for you. We're keeping it very simple, but before that, I want you to repeat the tongue twister you said.
Okay, I don't remember if it's correct or not, but I remember it very clearly from 20 years back. I feel a funny, feel a funny, feel a feel. If you feel a feel, I feel, you feel a feel.
Oh my god. I can hear it 10 times. Starting your time, you have 30 seconds and you need to say red lorry, yellow lorry.
Red lorry, yellow.
Lorry. 1, 2, 3.
For 30 seconds I have to say.
Yeah, for 30 seconds. Let's see how many times you can say.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, start.
Red lorry, yellow lorry. 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 Red lorry.
Yeah, you can start. You can start.
Okay, you can start. Yeah. Red lorry, yellow lorry. 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 Catches you at.
So now my favorite round. I'm asking you rapid fire questions and you will need to quickly answer them within 1 second. Let's start. First, last time you cried.
15 years.
One book you recommend.
Art of War.
Out of
War.
War.
The Sun Tzu.
Okay. Bust one myth about schooling.
It's easy.
One advice.
Be tough, be resilient, and be humble.
Okay. Schools should stop doing dash dash.
Schools should, I think, stop pampering kids.
Okay, good one. Your inspiration.
I think my inspiration are my parents, both my father and mother.
One trick to manage time.
Very difficult, but I think write down your schedule.
A quote you live by.
Help whoever you can.
Mm-hmm. Students need to stop pretending they dash.
That they are, they know more than others.
If you had a chance to fulfill one wish, what would it be?
I think, maybe, I would like to spend more time with my mother.
Which superpower you'd like to be blessed with?
To see the future.
Why?
Maybe you can make better decisions if you know the future.
Good.
Which might change the future, but still.
One thing you wish you could take to your grave?
I think I like watching movies and all.
Oh.
I would take my Netflix.
Good one. If you were to die tomorrow, what would you regret?
Not traveling more.
So you like traveling?
I would like to travel. As I grow older, I feel that everyone should travel and experience different countries, different cultures and everything. And unfortunately, with work schedules, you don't get time to travel.
Correct.
And especially that same thing. Yesterday I was telling the student, I said, go for a semester abroad, travel, don't keep working, go for hikes if you are in SF, go to Grand Canyon, visit the city if you have been there. So same advice I would like to give myself also, that, even when I was younger, don't be, work hard, but don't compromise on your happiness, experiences and happiness, your family.
What's your goal in life?
I think I'm already, in process of my goal in life is to, give the platform to students and, make sure more and more kids are able to challenge and achieve beyond what they're capable of.
Cool. If you were the host and I the guest, what would you ask?
I think, being that you all are from Gen Z, as I say, your perspective is very different from, so I would talk about more about your perspective of things today, because, it is very different. I don't know if it's negative, positive that way, because, the previous generations don't, they, talk differently about every single other generation. But yes, I would talk more about perspective and how they have changed over time. Maybe that can be a podcast next.
Correct.
Of difference between perspectives of different generations.
Last question, your favorite student or person?
So, I have, this is for educators, it's very difficult because you don't have one favorite, I mean, I am fond of so many kids. And I ultimately, I always believe that I don't think I'm not fond of any student. Like, I actually believe that. And, maybe I'm upset with someone for the time being because I expect better from them.
Correct.
But I don't dislike any child. No one has asked me that question before, and even I have not thought about it. But now that you have asked, it's a fact that I don't dislike any child. And I'm fond of many kids. And
but your favorite is still me, right?
So this is our podcast, Sean.
Okay. So coming to the end of the segment, I really loved the podcast with you. I learned a lot of things from you, especially about the mentality, the mindset, and the balance actually. How to balance both the things in life. So thank you so much for giving me your time. Thank you so much for all the insights. Thank you. And if you like the video, if you like the podcast, please like, share and subscribe the channel.